Alright, I believe we are on live. This is gonna be an interesting stream. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But oh boy, it's a long time since I've gone through this. I'm going to wait a little bit to let people join in, to give people time to I mean, I'm sure there's not going to be many people, but if a couple people join in, I'll give them a few minutes. So, essentially, this old realm, so if we're looking at my realms list right here, we have the oldest one, ABJEAKCraft. This was from late 2020. I think started in September of 2020, which is a lot longer ago than it feels. This realm was amazing. And then I ruined everything. This is what my series, Relics of the ABJEAK, which I released a trailer for months ago, is all themed around. It's not. It's gonna take a while to come out. It's still in progress. I am working on the world vigilantly, but yeah. And then I mean we have other ones. Like I made a season 2 of it, which is still technically active. Nobody's been on it in months. It's just sitting there draining my money, but it's fine. So yeah, we're going through this realm. It's a copy from the very last time I was ever on it. The world is tarnished. And yeah, not much else to say. Teak, I am going to keep the stream just me again for now. Sorry, but yeah. This is going to be a doozy to look through. I think I'm going to look through it just in survival mode, just everything as it was. Have you ever tried Pinecone Jam? Hello, Evan. Why is your name Red? Why is your name Red? What? You ever tried Pinecone Jam? Anyways, also, Evan's never seen this realm before. I know I've mentioned it around him a handful of times, but yeah. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is so old. It didn't have 1.18. So, that's fun. Update and play. This should be everything exactly as it was the last time I was ever on it. Yep. It is in fact. This is the last sight I ever saw. This guy right here, Chopper 2, he should be dead. This guy should be dead, but he was alive because I threw a fit and it was really annoying. Do I have... Wow. Oh boy, this is... I have not properly looked through this in a long time. Most versions I've seen have been edited. Jimmy! Jimmy, you see, you gotta be Jimmy from... Okay, oh, where do I begin? Yeah, I'm just gonna go through this exactly as it was the last time I was ever on it. Okay! Why? I'm not sure. Well, okay. I guess I'll begin with the building I'm in right now. This is the infamous cake base. And okay, we are 1 minute in pretty much, and I'm already ruining ancient history. This is like a backup of the world. It's fitting too. This door got destroyed so many times. But this building is the Obelanor infamous cake base, as many people will recall it as. I'll give a little flyby of it. So this was my first ever quote-unquote mega base. Whether you actually consider this to be a mega base or not is up to your own personal preference. I'd consider it like a mid to mega base, because it's really not that big. It's also larger than the average base. So this is where everything happened. This wasn't going to exist initially, but actually one of my friends wrote in their diary that I stole once that they were going to build a mega base, and was like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that now too. And that kind of spiraled into the entire thing ending. So, fun! Anyways, so this was the front door. Originally, the front door was right here, but I hated making it diagonal, so I moved it to here, which made it a lot better. Much, much better. So, how did I go about the lore of explaining all of this? The cake base was never properly finished, but, got close in places. It's kind of sporadic and messy, as you can tell. I just got too lazy to ever finish it, because I had everything. This little middle part here was inspired by the interior of Grian's Season 7 mansion. Same with the fireplace, where I would put a lot of my riches and valuables to flex on everybody else, because I'm goated at the game and they're not. Netherite block, pretty sick. This, I don't know how that all stayed burning. But yeah, these are all my pets. Rigsby and Sonny were my very first dogs on this world. They were here from day one. They are old and dusted and aged. It's a miracle they're all alive. Eventually I got like all these guys too. I had Unis and Anis, because that was a thing at the time of this going on. Eventually got around to building this staircase, which brings to what was going to be the first villager trading hall, which never got done, and my 4 beacons. And even up further is my bedroom, which had more at one point, I believe. I believe I was, not for public use, because I was tired of people using my stuff. And, what's on here? Potion things and stuff. And I had 20 blocks of diamonds. I was like, I was addicted to this. I had a really crappy chandelier, also inspired by the good old Grian. No, go up. There we go. Up here I had a helipad. Yeah. I don't know why I put a helipad up here, gonna be honest. But I did. And it exists now. But then I put a hole through it for the beacons. And then, there's so much, like, deep history with this and stuff that it's just hard to explain. A lot of it. Why did I use potatoes as my main food? I don't know. Down here was my basement, where, also, never fully completed. But I had Soul Speed. I forget that Soul Speed is, like, decently old at this point. That's very odd to me. I had the Netherwart. Why was I blanking on that name so much? Oh, look at me, the good old Netherwart farmer selling Netherwart. Got the goods. I don't know what I'm doing. I had sheep over here. So that was fun. They made wool, as sheep do. Holy crap, they made a lot. Not the orange one, apparently, or I just harvested it a lot. Yeah, no, they're made a lot. Wow. I just apparently took a lot of orange wool, which makes sense, because that's my favorite color, but... over here was going to... Oh, crud. Okay, down here was going to be the second villager trading hall, my second attempt at it, at least. I was going to have a big, long hall of villagers. At the end was going to be another portal, and then on the other side would be this exact same hall, flipped with crimson wood, and then piglins instead. Would have been really cool. Never happened, though. These would have been, like, the breeding chambers, I guess. Gotta get some, like, smooth jazz. Just... Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna go back up. Ow. I didn't take damage or anything, I know I said ow. Down here is going to be my little, I don't how to describe this area, but there's going to be an elevator going down, and there's going to be little prisons. Why? I don't quite recall. But yeah. I mean, I was very addicted to the Dream SMP at this time, so a lot of it was inspired off of that. Okay. That's about it for the cake base. This building was very infamous. One day I would like to see it complete, but it doesn't feel right completing it, you know? So, moving on. You'll notice that a lot of this landscape is tarnished beyond, just tarnished to absolutely oblivion. Because we never fixed creeper holes. We just didn't care enough to. So everything is just potholes everywhere. Okay, going on to... what was your Mega Base plans for vanilla SMPs? So, I was mainly going to do a whole lore bit with me going to the ocean and, like, uncovering some stuff and, like, emerge out of the water. It's like a giant temple. Giant underwater temple, but not actually underwater. But yeah. This was my farm. I got it from a tutorial. Don't know what the tutorial was from. If I find it one day, I guess maybe I could mention it. But yeah. That was pretty cool. This sugarcane farm was also from a tutorial, but one of my friends taught me how to make it. Because I wanted lots of paper. It doesn't work anymore. It was patched out. But yeah, this thing made loads of sugarcane. It was ridiculous. Tour the vanilla SMP next. I will tour it eventually. Probably not tonight, because I'm not going to be... This is going to take a long time to go through all of it. Back here is where I was going to have a village, or an iron farm, then realized it had to be further away, so I started a thing to go way down there to do it. Maybe teak. This is going to be where my bees were. This is where I had them initially, before I moved into that beautiful building over there. The bee farm. Which, yeah, as you'd expect, it's called Bee Farm. I called it Oxyville for some reason. I later built a thing of this similar design in another world, in Pandora. But yeah, it had bees in it. I never really used it much, but it existed, and it was cool. This right here is a statue of myself, which I really, really like. It was inspired, I think, by one of the statues back on the Dream SMP, I think. This is Chopper 2, which I'm going to go to sleep. That's a grave for Roberto. I'll explain the Chopper lore as I'm going to bed, basically. So, I had another right sword with, like, pretty good enchantments and stuff. I wanted to name it something. I just thought of the name, Chopper. That sounds pretty cool. And so I named it Chopper. And then we wanted to go raid a ocean monument for sponges and such. And I had died there. Somebody else picked him up to return him to me. They also died. Last person there picked it up to return it to me. Died on the way back. Lost Chopper. And it was, like, devastating because I had a lot of attachment to this sword. And then there was Chopper 2. Who, this sword was amazing. Loved him. I don't know why I had so much emotional attachment to. Oh boy. Stream just cut out, so I'm not sure how much you missed. But yeah, Chopper. Lost him to an ocean monument. Let me see when the stream picks back up. There's going to be a bit of delay here. Like, this sword. Okay. So yeah, Chopper, he existed. And I made the second one, which lasted for a long while, and it died one night while I was AFKing, and somebody else was online, but they thought I was mad at them, and so they didn't think to go grabbing my stuff, and I lost it, and then I reset the world copy to before to get him back. So I have not tried Pine Cone Jam. Oh my god. Oh. I just saw Pandora's BFB. I am trying to do... I know you guys are on call. I'm trying to do an emotional stream to a long-lost world. And what do I get? I get Pine Cone Jam. It could be worse. But, yeah. So, yeah. Big rip, I guess. What was I saying again? Yeah, I lost him, and then I got angry about it and reset the world, and I shouldn't have done that. But so this guy should technically be dead. He should technically be gone away forever, but he's not, because I threw a fit. This, again, continuing with me being addicted to the Dream SMP, is the final control room, where I was supposed to do this fun, like, fireworks show after the Wither fight. A redstone line connected to a bunch of TNT that I, for some reason, stored in my basement. Boom! Everywhere in my old house, not in the cake base. We'll go see that in a moment. Over here was our minigame district. I built this chicken, or this bottom part of a chicken very early on. It was going to be kind of like a chicken coaster, kind of like what Stampy had. Over here, this was a leaf maze made by somebody else. I don't think anybody ever used this, ever. I don't think anybody ever used a lot of the mini-games. I mean, we only had a couple. This was a game I had where the whole concept was that you had one person in this boat and one person running. You'd have to go, and the one person would control the boat, and you'd have to use it to hop across without falling into the water, and then make it to the other side, and grab the concrete, bring it back to your side, and then place it in little receptacle here. Never got played, but I vividly remember completing this on Halloween of 2020. I remember that night, and then my parents came home with Pokemon cards. So, yeah. Over here, this is going to be glorious. Brain dead. This might make a return in the realm that I was touring earlier today. But, yeah, so, aim for light gray carpet. Oh, yeah. So, the concept was, it was kind of similar to, Decked Out from Hermitcraft Season 7, and now it's Season 9, actually, too. Well, the concept was that you'd have to rush around these rooms being chased by zombies, as you collected, like, different special resources, and you could trade them in at the end of the game for diamonds and other rewards. So this was going to be, like, the first little room. Didn't really have much ever happen to it. But, let me get back up here. How do I get out of here? I don't remember how to get out of here. Okay. That's how you get out. So yeah, you could buy the keys to get in, and going to be lots and lots of fun. And the funky way to get out, you'd go through here, right? You'd come up with this bubble column, you'd come out of your grave. It was a very stupid concept, but shut up, Evan. I hope for this to make a return one day in the current realm, because it was going to be cool. I am in the works of it, though. Where to next? I'm going to go over here to the next house. Hopefully, we don't do any leaking of any names. But, yeah. So this was somebody's house. The dog is still here. They had a whole map system set up. That did not connect at all. But, yeah, they had this little hobbit hole. Very cool. Very nice. This is the person that inspired me to make my, mega base, my cake base. Teak, right now the ABJEAKCraft server just basically doesn't exist. There's technically the second one, but nobody plays on it, and I'm just going to get rid of it soon. There's okay. There's just a lot of people, and the reason it's just not gone yet is because there's somebody on it who passed away, so it's just, yeah. I will be right back, because there are people leaving my house, so, yeah, and they'll come back, and they'll be happier. Alrighty, I am back. I am fueled with Tostitos and hogwash. For real, I'm back. You get to listen to the lovely sounds of me slurping hogwash. It's good. Hello, and welcome back to Ashton's ASMR. That's a little PTSD for Pandora if she's still watching. What's down here? There we go. I'm happy with this. Wait, how do I... There. Where did I leave off? Yeah, this house exists. I tried to prank this room. If you look underneath the planks. Oh yeah, it's water. I don't know why I started to whisper. Bob Ross. Hello. Yeah, I was gonna put like sand, and you'd walk and you'd fall through, and it'd be haha funny. This was this person's farm. That was that person's corpse. That's a sentence and a half. I don't really have much else to say from that. Over here is this person's house, which was blown up by me after they died. Quote unquote died. These were Christmas gifts that me and somebody else had set up on the server. Face reveal win. So here's the thing about a face reveal, Teak. I'm not necessarily opposed to it. Like, I don't care, really. I would do a face reveal right now. But the clout. Think about the clout, you know? Like, if I ever get big, I'm gonna be able to milk the heck out of a face reveal. So, I gotta save up for that clout. Moving on with the tour. This was the statue of somebody else, whose skin was always Steve. Hence why that's their skin. Do you know what yes, I know what you look like, Teak. You've had your face in videos and other things before. This was this person's original house, which we burned down to act like we hated each other, to throw people off so that we could go burn down their buildings. Because we were angry. Don't worry. It was mostly consensual. Over here was a stage. No, Teak. No. Why is there 47 pages in this? I'm kidding, Teak. You are platonically handsome. There you go. I don't know how to go about saying that without it sounding weird, you know? That's the issue. So this was a stage that was built. This is a tower that was built. You know, it exists. Nothing really happened with it. It just existed and then didn't. This. Okay, so. So, this building, right? It's a bakery, right? There's nothing funny about this, guys. There's nothing. It was a bakery, okay? It's a bakery. That's it. There's nothing funny about this building. Swiftly moving on. We're actually going back to the cake base so I can sleep. Oh, I can't wait to have the elytras in the current realm again. I miss flying over. No, platonically. P-L-A, I'm really bad at spelling it loud. I'll type it in chat in a moment. Jimmy, get inside. You're not even my horse. Might make a highlight video for TikTok of this later, because it's a couple of quotes I want to forever go down in history. I think that's how you spell it. Hello, honest. I remember you couldn't actually put this on signs at the point, because I thought it was another word. Alright, where was I? Yeah, we were at the shopping district, weren't we? Let me get a good old swig of the hogwash real quick. Okay, continuing on. I had a little big swig. So, this was going to be a mall. We had one store built, and it was an armor store where you could also dye leather. Served no purpose. And nothing really ever happened with this. Because there was nothing to happen with this. Here are two... Not funny. Here lies Lily. Don't know what grave this was for, but they were graves. Fun. Yippee. Here was, I actually put on a eviction notice, because it was in a very poor spot. I think it was going to be a stone shop, but nothing ever happened with it. This was built like right before it ended. Like, I placed this on like a day before I logged off for the final time. This slab right here is the only remaining evidence of one of the people existing here. This specific slab. If this slab didn't exist, that person would virtually not exist ever on this realm. And that's a good thing, because this person was not a good person. This is a little fountain I built. Oh, I forgot to mention that, the Fitch, that was fill in creeper holes that somebody started. Because as I mentioned, we did not fill holes. And we needed to fill holes. I don't know what this building was. They were like connected in some way. No clue what they're supposed to do. I think it was like they just put blocks in here, I think, and then you would like order what you wanted to have. Am I handsome? My grandma would think I'm handsome. This is the jar. It was a jar. I built this while watching the movie Coco. Proof. No teak. I just sell like random, like quote unquote rare things. Like mending books, naughty shells, phantom brains, mob heads, name tags, stuff like that. Discs I sold, yeah. Oh yeah, I had a lot of discs from trying to get weight. This was another shop. Not naughty shells. Listen, not naughty shells. I like Nautilus shells. I don't know why. They sold nether stuff. Yippee. This was wood donations, I guess. This right here was the first thing ever built on the server. The wood shop. It sold wood once and was basically never restocked. I mean, it's very similar to what the wood shop was on the current realm. That's what it was based off of. But yeah, this is history right here. This is history. This was another portal, which originally costed money, because I was the first one to have it, so I put like a pass where you just pay a couple of iron and you could get in forever. This was my end shop, so yeah. You could get shulker boxes. 15 iron for a shulker box, like that's a pretty good price, you know? Also, I like how it's glitched. Moving on, what else do I have? This sign here might have been the first thing I ever built, because it was the shopping district sign. I'm not 100% sure. This was a thing dedicated to the original chopper, never finished, because nobody really cared. If I make another realm like this, and it doesn't have to be only in-person people, I will invite you, Teak. This was built later on, and the concept of it was that you could get, basically it was just a random roulette. You'd pay 7 diamonds, and you'd pop off a shulker box, and you'd get, you know, it would be random what loot you'd get. So this, for example, was a bad box. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say besides that. But it actually got quite a few sales, because it was a pretty good shop. It was the first shop to require diamonds, too. We were very stuck on iron for a while, because people just did not have diamonds. This is deal of the week. Dirt for 2 iron ingots. Cool. This is a sign advertising the jar. This right here is our 2 dragon eggs. How is that possible, you ask? I don't know. We got 2 dragon eggs. We got one the first time we fought it, and we got another one the second time. I looked it up, and it has happened before. So, I guess we were just lucky. There's some kind of glitch. I'm not sure, but yeah, we got 2 dragon eggs. This was the animal pen. That's about it. This was the farm. That's about it. This was my desperate attempt to get pig step. I had this entire chest full of diamonds, 27 diamonds, and I was offering that for a single disc of pig step. I originally got it. I eventually got it, I guess. So yeah. More presents that I had built, which is where this house used to be before we burnt it and blew it up. Consensually. It was consensual. This is a pretty sizable world. It's going to take me a little bit to get through all of this, I think. I'm going to admire this one from afar because it has names on it, but this is the machine that we used to decipher when we were going to fight bosses. You'd flick the switch, and then the top switch would flick when all were switched, and then we'd plan the fight. We did it for the dragon and the wither. This is my chorus fruit farm. That's all I have to say about that. This was another jail. Don't know why I built this. It was built very early on. It was just like, cool, it's a jail. We can put people who disobey rules into there. And that's what we did. Oh. Continuing on this way, we had this. This was pretty much the most industrial district thing we ever had on this realm, I guess. This was the guy's house that was burnt down over there's second house. This is also where Chopper 2 died, right in that room. But yeah, I tried to renovate this after he moved out to his third house, which was just down the lane. There's also animals over there. Which was this house. Notice how all of the houses look bad. This is because he was bad at building. I can make fun of that. This is also the original spawn point of the world, right here. But yeah, society this way, because it was decently far away at the time. Now it was all connected, but, Ooh, we should definitely tour Obama sometime in Pandora. Oh, crap. Okay. So this house, it was a house. This was his best house yet, I'd argue. So yeah, on the inside, this main floor had nothing. But down here, there was stuff. I believe there was an even lower level. Oh, yeah. What was in here? Nothing. Great. Sorry, that was just big long pause of silence. Here's more of the house. And then here's a bunch of armor sets. Pretty sure this one was stolen. And we'll delve more into that later. Also, wow, we have 6 people watching. That's pretty cool. Hello, 6 people. That's like a considerable amount of people. Technically, it's only 5 because one of them is me, but yeah. We go further down this way. this was another Evan's base. There's 3 of them, and they have a cousin named Evan who was originally going to be on here. So that's like 4 Evans. There's too many Evans. It's entirely too many. But, yeah. This was where he stayed. He made lots of potatoes. It was all kind of just a big mess. He had lots of villagers, though, so a lot of people kind of just got stuff from him. He was the last one to join. Everybody else had been there from the beginning, but he joined a lot later. Then, just down this way, a little bit further, there is this structure. This infamous structure of regret and despair. Rawr. What was that? But yeah, so, initially, another time after I got Chopper 2 back, I lost him again. And I don't know who took him, but it made sense to me and my allies that it could only be this guy. So we stole all of his emeralds, as one would logically do, and plundered, like, his whole base. Not my best moment. We helped him repair the stuff, but at that point it was too late, and he quit, and everything fell into a hole of despair, and I regret it greatly. Oh boy, it'll go up. Whew. Swiftly moving on, because I don't like this area. We had... where should I go to next? I suppose we should go to my original house. Opinion on Fritos? That's a good question. I should also probably sleep. I'll sleep in house. Oh, I'm great at flying with the Elytra. You can tell I've done it a ton of recent times. Oh my god. Perfect. I haven't had mini Fritos, gonna be honest. So, I mean, I feel like I'm not entitled to an opinion, but mid. 1 second, I'm gonna do a big swig. Have you subscribed to TKC? I have. Fun sounds. Evan, listen. I'm normally good at flying. But you have to consider, the only Minecraft I've played within the last several months, consistently, I haven't had an Elytra on. Also, I'm playing on a controller right now, which I don't normally do. I promise I'm normally better at flying. Fair. Alright. Listen here, Pandora. Oopsies, I just accidentally popped an emote. Listen here, you little being. I don't really have anything to say. At least I'm decent at the game, you know? I guess that's all I can really say. At least I know what I'm doing. Get roasted. This right here was my original house. Doesn't seem like much of a house, I hear you say. Yes, because it blew up. It also killed my white fox. My precious little white fox named Biscuit. No, you don't, Pandora. You can tell yourself that, but we both know it's a lie. Oh, can you, wait. Can you fly? Can you fly and then float on... It's funny. Anyways, yeah, so I made it look all ruined and stuff because I was upset. I rebuilt it in a different style in Relics of the ABJEAK, if you go back to the trailer. So yeah, fun. You can see the line that the redstone ran through right down here. Came through here, hit my TNT, and exploded. Mouse Hearts 1984. You're a skill issue. Swimming emoji. You know what I think, Evan? You know what I think? Okay, that's what I'm saying. Neither of us know what I'm thinking. So, this is my pet room, house, because I had a door going into here into my house. But Berry, Orange were my cats, and there was Sunny, Jelly. Sunny, Jelly. Sunny, Rigsby, Clay, Ashes, 1 year. I've named it 1 year because it would censor honest for obvious reasons. But yeah. House goes down into here. This was my basement. This was my room where I slept forever and ever. But then I didn't, and I actually eventually set up this little mechanism. If you stepped in here, you could get a secret code, and you could... Here, let me see if I can decipher this again. I believe it's 2... 5... And then 3. Either that's wrong or the code didn't work, but it basically, let's see if I can, good enough. It brought you down to this little cavern. It was just a little funky detail. It never ended up doing anything, but you could get out through here. It didn't lead into anything because it never got finished, because I didn't care enough to finish it. But you could also just take the ladder. Oh, I just flipped it twice. You could just take the ladder to get out. Can you fly up a ladder? No, wait. We're going to get this to work. Okay. Oh. Don't know how this has happened. There we go. Good enough. I had chests with stuff in them. If I can get into my production room. I think this was a storage room too. The main room flows into here, which also flows over to here, which flows into the remains of this guy's house. They were connected. They had a staircase originally too. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I believe this was a storage room over here. And then if I can get into here, the quote-unquote production room, which was never really finished because nothing was truly ever finished. Woo! I got a map of a lot of this area. I bet it would be quite different if I had the map of this updated. But oh well. I had this for Unisonus. I built this the night Unisonus ended, so sad. And down here was my other production room, or my main production room, which really only got me chicken meat, but like, hey, you know, whatever works, works. Chicken. So where to next? This middle ground area was just kind of like middle ground. This is where all of our villagers were originally. Don't got much to say about them. It was like a proper village originally. And where haven't I gone yet? There's gonna be a shulker box up there, but never finished. Here's a lot of creeper holes. And I think that is about it for this area. I believe I've gone through all of it. I mean, I went past the bank that I started. I never actually mentioned it, but yeah. So let's move on to well, we'll go to our nether area for this next part. Surprisingly, a lot of the people involved in this, I'm still friends with today, despite the fact that the people that I'm still friends with are the ones I was the worst for. But it's, you know. Where was it again? Here it is. So we eventually wanted to explore one night. So we eventually, I'm getting shot at. Stumbled across a opinion on cake. Very good, very, very good. Stumbled across a snow biome on this route, and I named it Minnesota. Because I live in Minnesota, and it was all snow. And eventually I came up with a system of, like, society. I should have brought a boat, but it only went for that long, so I mean. And the whole concept of it, right, was there'd be 3 towns in each biome, and, like, you could have wars between them and stuff. It was horrible. I don't like it. But Minnesotan. We'll go stumble upon the horrors. Boom, boom, boom. Here it is. Started off so humble. There's my face. Look at, he's such a guy. But, yeah, it started off with this little area. It all started off innocently. So I had these little watchtowers that had snowmen in them originally. Yeah. And my face, this was our banner. It's kind of slacking, but, you know, it worked. These are my steamed carrots. I loved them. I had an entire shulker box full of just Minnesotan steamed carrots. They're normal as always, but, you know. This is my rabbit farm. This was where the people resided. Granted, most of them are all running amok now. This is a little fountain. There's going to be more stuff up here. It was all lovely. Down here, there's a little annoying tune that would play wherever you went. I don't think it works anymore, and that's good. When's the next time you'll make an SMP like this? Hopefully not for a while, I'm thinking. I mean, okay. Like this as in private, hopefully not for a while. I'm hoping that it stays for Mordor. But I do plan on starting an SMP as in Vanilla SMP Season 2 after a little bit, and that'll hopefully be like this, you know, except minus me ruining everything. That part's not so chill. And yes, Pandora, we should definitely play Bomba sometime. I think Bomba will become a lot more fun to play with 1.20. I feel like Minecraft in general will be a lot more fun with 1.20. I haven't really spoken about it much, just because I haven't been uploading much, but 1.20 is looking amazing. Armor trims are going to be beautiful. Yeah, archaeology, it's coming back. I'm hoping we get Copper Golem. Copper Golem is all I need in life. Then down through here, it was quicker actually just to fly, but this was part of the experience of Minnesotan. The other 2 cities, we had a little railway, which I don't actually have any minecart, so we'll just fly. It went through this whole underground area. It was going to be very cool. It was going to be all decorated and stuff. Never got finished, much like everything else in this server. But, oh, there, of course, is a minecart. You'd come up, and you'd be in the next city. I don't remember what this one's name was, but yeah. It had 2 buildings. It had this stuff and things. If I can find the compass, I had compasses with the names where they led to with the lodestones. But I don't know where the compasses are. I think they're in the navigation, what I called the navigation shulker box somewhere. But yeah, this is a very fun place to build. I really like this bridge. Really like this bridge. I just like the depth on it and stuff. And then over right here was the Arctic anarchists. And we just basically destroyed everything, and it was not very cool. I'm pretty sure it's also the exact same name as Technoblade's thing from the Dream SMP. Again, I was horribly addicted to it at this time. But yeah, We never really used it for anything, but this was the main headquarters for it. It was awful. We don't talk about it anymore. We don't talk about Arctic Antarctica. Then let's see if I can find the other one. I know it was like right along the edge. How long till stream end? I don't know. It's already been 54 minutes. But I'm not gonna do all this. There it is. So yeah, this one only had this little windmill here, but I was a big fan of this windmill. That looks a little bad, but it's not intentional, I promise. So yeah, it was kind of like a little nice area. Nice little windmill. I had this stuff at the top. There's not really much else to say about it. I mean, it was really nice. I wish I could have gotten to develop it more, because it also had this nice flat area over here. Where else? I think the last little area is Aqualise. Aralise. But yeah. And also, I've thought of a couple more places I want to show you guys in the main area. Oh, I remember this ravine. Yeah, stream's been going for about an hour. It's been fun though, at least for me. I'm not always the most hyped up person while streaming, which I should probably get better at, because it makes it more enjoyable to watch, but, you know. Oh, there it is. I should also probably pick up on more rockets, because I am running low. But we should be good for the next place. This next place is where everything fell apart. Well, most things fell apart. It was mostly like a combined falling apartage. Stream opening for vanilla SMP. That would be a really... I'm not going to mention that. I will DM you about that idea later, Teak. But, yeah, so we're just gonna walk, because I don't feel like flying and using my rockets. I believe this was it right here. Oh, I don't want to fall into the water. Okay. So there was Aralise. And I really wanted it to have like a city in the desert that was like water with little chunks on it and stuff of floating land. For some reason I was like, what if I just take over Aralise and make it that? Because I wanted war. I wanted anarchy. Don't know why. So we started a war. Me and two others against two others. These two others were severely underprepared. I had dogs in here, which I bred up tons of and tons of. I'll never forget getting on call with the two people that were on my side. We were walking along, they were following me, breaking into them, and their reaction is just this entire room flooded with dogs. It was crazy. It was absolutely epic. One person on the other team only had iron armor, and we had all three had full netherite. So they were not prepared for this. It was very one-sided, but you know, I mean, I can't, the whole thing of this world is I can't justify it, you know? Like, I just became a little tyrant, and I can't justify it. That's gonna be the thing I'm canceled for one day, is blowing up things in the Minecraft realm. There's no bad beef between me and the other people anymore, though. We're still friends, and we still talk a bunch, and we kind of just meme it nowadays. World download for Vanilla SMP and this world. I don't know how to do world downloads, so I just, got a low battery. Well, we can't stream for too much longer, I suppose. But it was just over this way. Plug in your phone. No. Here it was. You can see the walls having been shattered. To be fair, if I can justify anything in this... Oh, whoa. It's that I only placed a couple of blocks of TNT. Don't ruin your Yeah, I don't want to ruin my battery. The end of the stream is near. Yeah. What time is it? Oh boy, it's 10:01. Yeah, I should probably be ending it soon anyways. So, this was all tranquil and peaceful land until I took it over, ran them amok, and then flooded it all. Most of the flood never got built, but there is the Torch of Life, which I built. And then the one aqua area that did get mostly finished was right down here. And it's all kind of grown now, but there's going to be like little rooms for villagers to stay. It was very pretty. I mean, it's kind of overrun right now, but you can kind of see it. So let's pop back up here. There's going to be like vendors that would float above the water, like this. It was going to be very, very cool. This was the original desert temple, which got blown up a bunch. I don't think so, Teak. Maybe. Very probably no, though. Over here someplace there is their main base of operations that I broke into using a locator map. So, yeah. And then just a couple more things to show, and then I'll wrap up stream. My phone will die, Teak. I can't right after. I'll have to take a little bit of time. This laptop audio. How do I get back? I miss you. I miss you too, Teak. How did this happen? That's like the bill where it's entire history of the world. I guess. How did this happen? Okay, we'll pop back through the portal and back to the main overworld. It's really just one main thing I want to show you guys, because it was horrible, but it was also very cool. I don't miss Mozart's. I don't miss you either, Pandora. I'm sick of you. I'm sick and tired of everything. You see, it's funny because I sit next to you every day at lunch. I hate you. I'm kidding. I don't hate you. YouTube, please don't ban me for hate speech. The feeling's mutual. Teak, why are you bent up on me being handsome or not? Just about died. We're fine. We're chilling. We'll sleep, and I'll show you the most masterfully made thing ever. It got you right in the feels. It was glorious. Is he and he is a he. He is he and he is he. English. Ah, yes. English. I believe it was right over here someplace. Hee hee, Michael Jackson. Oh yeah, Jimmy, the horse in there, is also the guy over there's horse that he just left at my house all the time. Forgot to comment on that. Where is the hole? The hole cannot be found. I didn't cover it up, did I? Was it one of these holes? I didn't think it was, but... Oh, it was this hole. So yeah. You would land in this pit. This is just for this one guy. This pit was full of lava. You land in here, you'd be in this dark, dark room. I had this redstone hooked up so when you press the button, it would release the disc Mellow High into that dropper, and then it opened this up with his horse attached to this, and he would drop down and dangle there on top of the lava. I did kill the guy's horse, and I don't like that I did, but yeah, it would be like, because I thought he was when he stole Chopper initially, but he wasn't. Stole Chopper initially, he wasn't. Yeah, it was a very cool moment. But we're going to turn Mellow High off, I mean. And yeah. So, basically, an even more ruined version of this map is what's going to be in Relics of the ABJEAK. This is what the entire thing is about. It's about me being like, everybody else is dead, basically. It's just me. It's going to be very cool, but it's going to take a while. It's been months since I released the first trailer, and it's still, like, the map's not even done yet. But yeah, that's all I really have phone battery for tonight. I'm not sure. I want to get another video soon-ish, but I've said that, like, every week for the last 3 months. And, yeah, so I don't really have much else to say. Teak, I'll try to call you tonight, maybe, hopefully, if I have time. And yeah, thank you guys that are here for watching. I've had, like, consistently, like, 4 or 5 of you, like, the whole time, which is great. Yeah, so I'm bad at ending things, but yeah, that's all I really have to say. Bye, 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 ow, frick. It's the sweet one. I can just pop in here and say random things on the stream over thing. It's like a secret ARG that happens in the stream over screens. Everybody just stays for the stream over once stream ends just to hear me talk about random stuff. I mean, nobody's watching right now, so I can just say whatever. Okay, guys, get ready. I'm gonna face reveal. Okay, get ready. I'm kidding. Okay. I'm gonna swear. All right. Holy sh. You see, it's funny because I didn't swear.